Wuse has been in existence over 500 years before now. It's one of the oldest towns in Nasarawa State, I can say, not just this local government. In fact, it was one time even the headquarters of our local government. In fact, it was even an alternative headquarters of Kororova one time. So Wuse is not of today only. And we have nothing to show for it. There's nothing, virtually nothing, if you compare with what happens in other places that we can call this is our benefit from government. All governments, I'm not talking of this just government, since inception of Nigeria, there's nothing to show. All our roads are constructed by us through communal effort, but there's no any government road, except the last one that they cleared the area only to Bakinkoji from Adara. And unfortunately, the government has even undertaken now to construct the road from Adudu, but they stop at Adara instead of proceeding to Kogi, to either Bakinkoji or Wuse and Nakiri. But they are still stopping there to leave us with just 3-4 kilometers to suffer. It's not fair. It's like we are in a border town. We have been abandoned, kind of, and like we are not productive. When you look at the resources that come from here, both mineral and productive one, that is from farming and other things, timber and everything that are coming from here. And yet, it's like we are not existing at all. Why stop at Adara? The road should have proceeded to Bakinkogi. At least, we know it's not easy for the government to do the bridge now. But let it be in its plan. One time or the other, the time will come when it will be done. But at least when you are talking of the bridge, if you bring the road to as far as to Bakinkogi, at least you have eased our problems somehow. But for the road to stop at Adara, it's not being fair to us. And we have documents that right from the inception of this road, during Ali Akwe's government, we have papers that says the road is to Akiri, and even beyond to our boundary at our boundary with Plateau State. The initial plan actually was to build the road from Adudu to Bakinkogi and Akiri and the boundary as phase 1. Then phase 2, they will face the bridge. But then even phase 1 now, it stops at Adara instead of even proceeding at least to Bakinkogi, or after all from Adara to Bakinkogi, and then I will say to Akiri. Kota we are just talking of about 7-8 kilometers. So. And what is 7-8 kilometers to government? And not with any terrible terrain that you say it will cost money or whatever. I don't know why government. I'm appealing to the governor to please consider it. This road that he intends to construct from Adudu, please let it proceed to Akiri. Pass Wuse to Akiri. I am appealing to you and know that will not cost the government so much if the government intends to do it. Additional 3, 4, 5, 6 kilometers is nothing to the government. So I'm appealing to the government to please consider that and proceed or add Azara to Akiri in the new construction they intend to do.
Royal Highness, to you, if the road is fixed, how important do you think it is?
Very, very important. Look at the agricultural produce that is coming from here. Look at the timber. Look at the mineral resources, that is this barytes and whatever, the rest of them. Quite a number of them. Our people are suffering. You know, it is through this transportation of items that we lose all the benefits that we should derive from our agricultural and mineral resources that are here. You know, when people consider the difficulty they have in transporting this, it reduces the benefit. You know, the profit that our people will gain from it, it's not as it should be. So, if we do that, actually we are enhancing the economic capability or powers of our people. And that will require, particularly, that we don't have a lot of government things, even hospital. The entire area, no hospital. Even the clinic is just a name. No even medical doctor one in this area, Wuse Akiri. All we have is health workers. And even Adara, no any good hospital that, at least from here, you can send to Adara. All of us travel from here to Lafia. Just imagine taking a patient from Akiri or Wuse, passing through this bridge, passing through this road, go to Adara, passing through the terrible road before you reach Adudu and start going to Lafia. That's why most of them sometimes die on the way or die as they reach the hospital. Look at pregnant women that on delivery issue. Before they reach the hospital, one terrible thing or the other would have happened. So there are a lot of things, from human factor and economic too.
Major problem of Wuse community is the road, because even Chinese adage says development follows the road. The moment the road is fixed, development strive.
Very well.
But we went around, even last year, we discovered that there are things that Wuse community also is lacking, most especially the issue of hospital you mentioned, and also the school too. It's not palatable indeed.
Very well.
Do you have any concern at all?
That is exactly what I have said earlier on, that we have nothing government concrete to show. Even the school, they are in terrible shape, and that is even after our effort of repairing and putting them in order for our children. For instance, now this youth development, they have a plan like that to provide sitting chairs and benches for our children. No roofing. 100 times they will give roofing, and after sometimes it goes because no concrete and good job is done. So we want to be proud and say, as a result of our participation in government voting, let there be something concrete we can show and say this is development we have gotten from government. But what I'm saying now is I'm talking about it. There is nothing government, and we have been voting. It's not that we have just started. In fact, it's since inception of Nigeria. So what we are saying is that there's nothing government to say, oh, we don't have this, it is this we have. No. Virtually we have nothing. Virtually we have nothing. So I advise and I call on government to please look at our plight here. Look at what we are doing here. Look at the kind of people. If you come to voting, we have the voting power, we have the population, every indices, everything that requires to bring government development, we have them. I don't know why we should be so neglected.
You have just been appointed into the throne of your ancestors, at least for up to 4 to 5 months now.
Good.
What exactly should your subject be looking for from you at this particular time?
This is one of them, to tell the government truth about our situation. Okay, this is one. Apart from telling the government truth, to tell the people the truth, we need to help ourselves. We need to come out and see what development we can give ourselves if we can get from government. And this is what we are doing. So many things, even individual, whatever effort, whatever you can do for Wuse, I try to call on all of them to come and contribute. Let's build. We should not just sit down there waiting for government. But then that does not stop us from calling on government to do this or to do that. Meanwhile, like I have told you, we have the arrangement to provide seats for our children because it is our children that are in the school. If government does not care that we have children to learn, we care. And that is why we take care of our school the best of our ability, to the best we can do. All right? So that's what we are saying. And as far as I'm concerned, this is what I have come to do. I have not just come to reign or to rule and whatever. What bothers me is that the development of Wuse, how Wuse will also enjoy from all the amenities others are enjoying. Okay? So it's not just to come and say you are a king or you are a chief or you are an emir or whatever. What concerns us is development of Wuse. I wish the traditional institution has the resources to work for the town, then they would have seen from government. But then, for the little we have done our effort in garnering our people to come and help themselves, we will go somewhere, and time will tell.
Finally, Your Majesty, I think there's no light also in Wuse. And even
there is nothing government in Wuse, I'm telling you. There is nothing government. There is also no light. There is nothing. So it's not just question of light. And that is why we have started a program where we bring solar lightning into the town, where individuals on their own, and the people that have come, they have registered some people, they are going to do with them. They pay just a token of 3,500, and it will be installed in them. Then the remaining amount will be paid in 2 years' time. I mean, paying 3,000 every month until they pay off. And if you want to pay with even farm produce, the arrangement is there for it. So that is it. We are bringing development to ourselves in our own small way. And not being a government, we have limit that we can go. And that is why when we do the little we can, we now call the government, okay, look at the effort we have done. What else can you do for us? That kind of a thing. So everything, even water, we are here with our river. So we are thinking of how we can bring the river to the town where everybody will fetch water without looking for couscous or going to truck or going to the river to fetch water. Okay, but it's gradual. The problems are numerous because nothing is done. And that is why we are starting gradually. And like that, God will help us, we will achieve a lot.
Your Majesty, the road, I've seen some construction going on. Who is responsible?
Oh, I am responsible. It was since my appointment that I approached Dangote, asking them that our people are trying to bring me home, and they know the challenges we have at the river banks, the two banks. I request that they should come and help us bring the bank down so the vehicle will pass easily without any headache. And then also inside the town, erosion and other things have made the town look so dirty and nasty. So, and they actually oblige us. They have brought all their machines to help us clear the town, and that is what they are doing now. At no cost to us. The only cost we have is to take care of the drivers. They are logistic, feeding, sleeping place, and whatever. But purchase of fuel, everything is purely Dangote. So they are really the one helping, and we appreciate it so much. Okay.